You ready?
Let's go.
Welcome to the Black Dads Club. At the advice of our future lawyer, we need to let you know that everything said here is strictly opinions. It's important to do your own damn research. Any opinion stated is owned by the person who said it. To be clear, the Black Dads Club isn't responsible for the opinions of I Am Gavin B or Pastor Mike or any of their guests. Hey, we just need you to sit back and enjoy the show. Remember, it is all love.
What you got in trouble for?
Our future lawyer wrote, said, yo, you need to put a disclaimer out there. Yeah. We went up there for Hayden's birthday. We went to Birkdale and we were up there running around. Cause they just up there you can drink and walk around.
Yeah.
And then Suffolk Punch, they got one at South Park.
Yeah.
Where you order your stuff at the table, they just bring it out to you. And that's in the middle. And so it's perfect if you just want to go get a drink in there and you could just walk. But anyway, excuse me. We're going to get Hayden and Rose some ice cream. And as they're walking, Hayden is walking Britt to her car, right? So we walking, we telling Hayden where we're going. And my dad was like, nah, go get him. And I was like, he's straight because he's tall.
Yeah.
But you might mistaken him to be maybe 13 or 14 at that time. He 12.
Yeah.
Right. And he still think like a 12-year-old. And so my dad was like, no, go get him. And I was like, all right. So as I started walking, I noticed it was probably like 5 or 6, probably 16, 17-year-old boys just hanging out.
Yeah.
And I used to be 16, 17 in Birkdale. So I know what time it is. And so for me, I remember at one point in time when I was going to Huntersville, when I was living in Huntersville, it was probably, you knew all the black people that was up there. Because we all went to Birkdale. They either went to 1 or 2 high schools. But in my neighborhood, it was only one black boy. You know what I'm saying? So whatever. And so I'm noticing what's going on. But I knew that nobody really go to Birkdale to fight. You went to Birkdale to get you some cutty.
Yeah, to be seen.
To be seen.
Yeah, hopefully see some ladies out, which is fine. I think that's perfectly okay.
Absolutely. But then what happened is I remember, and it was funny, I did an engagement shoot Saturday, and it was 2 Hispanic kids. I call them kids. They 22.
Yeah.
So they're kids to me. And so I was telling them what Hopewell and Birkdale was like when I was, and they looked at me like I was a senior. And so, and I was telling them, I was like, yo, on Fridays, that's where you went. But what ended up happening is too many people of color was going there. And then we got the security. Then it became, hey, if you're not going to the movies after 7 o'clock, you can't be here.
Yeah.
Then it became, hey, let me see your ID. Let me see that zip code looking like. And I was telling them how Hopewell got in trouble with CMS at one point in time. Sorry, y'all, to make this a Charlotte podcast. I was telling them, I was like, hey, I remember when I was in school and they went to the city of Huntersville and said, hey, we want to make it where if you're not living in Huntersville, you cannot go to the school. And then that turned into CMS saying, hey, well, if you're trying to discriminate, just say it. If you're trying to go back to segregation, just say it out loud.
Yeah.
And that's just funny how the world works. And then I say all that to say that happened in like 2004. I want to say 2000, like right before COVID. Like that hit the newspaper as like, hey, this is what they tried to do way back in the day.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I was around for that. That's a real story. But yeah, I mean, all them kids hanging out there, I knew it was a matter of time. Because when I was out there, like, I was like, yo, it's a bunch of kids here.
Yeah, I think the children hanging out is fine. I think
they need a place to hang out.
They need a place to hang out, right? But when the kids are like, when the kids start rotating towards where apartments are and townhomes are, and in the middle of the street dancing, and you don't live there, as kids, your parents need to tell you, hey, don't be in the people's neighborhood.
Cutting up.
Keep your butt over here by the pond, or keep your butt over here by Suffolk Park, point, and don't be showing your butt, right? Like that falls on the parents. Children are going to be children, right?
Facts.
I'm not blaming. When I saw that video of the kids out there, I was like, look, I wasn't offended so much that I was just like, hey, I would call a city council meeting. I would. Because we need more security out here. And here's the thing. I don't think the kids should be harassed. I don't think they should be arrested. But I do think it should be one of those things where, security or policemen, you neighborhood police. Yeah. Hey, where y'all parents at? Are your parents here? Where they at? Point them out. Okay, they're not here. What time are they coming back, right?
Yeah.
Just so you understand that there's a level of accountability of how you need to act as a child. Not harassing, not stopping frisking, not are y'all smoking weed, are y'all drinking, but one of those things where you just, Because when we was younger, adults would be like, hey, who y'all out here with?
Yeah, facts.
That was a real thing.
Facts. And we at the point now where it's like, I'm not mad at, hey, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
And I say that to say, now here's my problem with that. I know some of y'all heard that and it's like, all right, that's a slippery slope. And it is.
Yeah.
And that's where we got to self-correct there. But like, hey, you shouldn't be walking around, because our thing here was when Concord Mills got here in Charlotte.
Yeah.
You walked that circle from when your mama dropped you off at noon to the last movie. And so you might have been there 7 or 8 hours, right? But you had to keep moving.
Yeah.
You had to be in the food court, but you couldn't, Barnes & Noble, whatever the case may be. But in Birkdale, we got to be honest, it's basically an outlet mall.
Yes.
It's apartments on top of all of those stores and bars.
Yes.
And there's a nice neighborhood right beside it.
Yes.
And hey, if you don't need to be in the neighborhood, that's a fact.
Yeah, you do not need to be in the neighborhood. The apartments, look, you moved there. This is part of the gig.
Yeah, it is part of the gig. It's right apart, the noise, everything.
Yeah.
So then it gets to a point where, hey, I'm not mad at, hey, are you going in one of these stores? Are you in one of these restaurants? Or are you enjoying the middle? Because they have a movie thing in the middle.
Yeah.
There's a big ass screen. They show movies. They show games. Hey, are you here for that? Sit your ass down. Stand up around here. Cool, whatever. If you're not doing those things, hey, bro.
Don't show your ass.
What are you
There's
doing?
nothing wrong with telling children, don't show your ass. Or teens.
Yeah.
Let's stop calling them children. Teens. There's nothing wrong with telling teens, hey, don't show your ass. One of the things I tell my son every morning when he gets out the car, not every morning, I switch it up. I try to change the message a little bit. But some mornings I tell him, I'll be like, hey, man, hey, be a leader. Don't be a follower, right? Yeah. And then some mornings I tell him legit, I tell my son this, hey, if it's going to be a dumb idea, make sure it's your dumb idea. Yeah. Do not follow somebody else's dumb idea. Make sure it's yours.
That's funny. I always, you ever do this? Because I do this with Hayden. He going to school and I'm like, this is the day when everybody get in trouble. Don't be that day.
Yeah, don't be that.
I remember last year, my dad wouldn't let Hayden go to school the last week of school. He was like, no. You done with testing? Yeah, you're not going. He's like, I already know what y'all about to do.
Yeah,
y'all cutting
you're
up.
about to cut up.
Y'all cutting up.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm never mad at kids or children or teenagers or college students for being that, right? Like we've all been there. But I also understand that like there's a part of community parenting and community policing that we don't have anymore. And that's why we keep seeing these things escalate, because we don't have community parenting. We don't have community policing. You can't say anything to anybody's kids now. Parents just let the kids do what they want. So, it's one of those things. So when I saw the video, it's like, I was like, don't bring that shit to my side of town for sure, right?
Y'all the last one.
I ain't even gonna lie. Yeah, that shit is ultra police.
Yeah, and it's nowhere like,
if you hear a motorcycle go up and down that road too many times,
bruh,
they about to have cops at both ends of it.
Look,
in 2 days.
We are in the side. You can't go to Concord Mills no more.
Yeah.
Right? Birkdale is like the last little spot. Camp North End, I don't know why they haven't done it.
Yeah.
It's less security. It's too much ground. It's wide open space.
I would say Camp North End would make the perfect place for teens to hang out because there's no through traffic.
No,
lots of parking. It's lots of room and space.
Yeah.
And like I said, if you put security out there, if you put cops out there, it gives young people a place to go. As someone that had a great time as a teenager and I had a great time as a college student, my first stint, way too much fun. That's why I had a second stint of college. I don't have a problem with people having a good time, man, but it needs to be in a safe and controlled environment and also, not in people's neighborhood. Not in people's neighborhood.
Some of that stuff you just don't even realize till you get a crib.
Yeah, till you become older. You become older.
In my neighborhood, they be playing basketball in the street, and I'm like, if y'all don't move this ugly ass goal like somewhere else, but whatever. I used to be that kid, right? Camp North End, I can't wait to see what y'all do. Also, I've said this plenty of times. Y'all gonna make me say it, but I'm not gonna say it because I'm gonna laugh and wait for it to happen. Camp North End just got sold. An Atlanta-based company bought it for 51%. I want everybody. There's going to be a group of black people that come together and say, hey, let's keep this black business in Camp North End.
Yeah.
I want you to go look at every grant dollar that was spent for arts from the city of Charlotte and cross-reference those businesses and the people that's telling you to support, cross-references those LLCs and names with those grant money. I say that to say you've known these people for so while and they've never told you how or where to get grant money from. And you about to see that they've been getting, not taking, because they got to apply, and we do a wink wink on who gets approved. Yeah. And it's going to get interesting. And I say all that to say they've been hiding for so long at Camp North End. The rent over there is so high.
Yeah.
But they want to keep it for the people So they giving all the grant money to help y'all pay y'all rent.
Yeah, to pay their rent. And I think a couple of the businesses over there, maybe all of them, maybe the business model was, don't quote me on this, but I'm almost certain I was told this by somebody that owned a business out there that a percentage of your sales was going to the landlord.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's true. What I do know is some of your it's the same concept.
Yeah.
I've definitely known somebody who has a business over there, and it was kind of like, hey, you have to do so much for the landlord.
Yeah.
To help with your rent. Take that information what you will. And so their thing was they had to offer so many classes and things to the city to help with that grant money that was getting funneled. I remember when we was off of Sugar Creek and I got that grant money. Shout out to me. And I remember I got that. And I remember I was looking at the corridors where you had to be. And when I saw Uptown wasn't included.
Yeah.
But right outside of Uptown was included up Graham Street. And I was like, oh, that's Camp North End. Yeah. And they was paying leases. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
And so it is what it is. I find it interesting. I can't wait to see what happens.
I mean, that's how you revitalize a down part of town.
Absolutely.
But to your point, it's the access, right? Mm-hmm. Like if you're revitalizing a down part of town and that money's coming from the city and it's grant money, right? Which I mean, it's taxpayers' money that's going right to a business, right? Mm-hmm. But if you don't provide that access to normal everyday people, right, and that's part of the problem, that we have being citizens here. Whereas immigrant groups, they're together, so they know they were like, hey, if you move to this side of town, they're going to give you this amount of money, and if we all put our businesses right here, we'll be a success, right?
Facts.
Whereas with us, we don't really know, we don't really have that access there. I mean, hell, if the county or the government runs a website, that shit might not be updated. It might not be running. So it becomes who you know, which creates the same problem that you're complaining about.
Absolutely. And me as a person of color who works in the arts, I'm getting tired of you running into black people and they just hoarding information.
Oh, gatekeeping, man. We gatekeep all the good stuff. We let all the bad stuff fly.
And I love the gatekeep adjacent folks. Some of y'all gatekeeper adjacent. And I'm not saying that, hey, you Mr. Yessa, Massa, let me know what I need to do, boss. I ain't saying you one of those people, but you're close. You're close. You know where the money going. You know how to get it. You make sure that, hey, I win in for this go round. The person I sit beside in the same room wins next go round. And then the other person in the room gonna win it.
Yeah.
And we circling the money.
Yep.
And for some people, they're saying like, well, how else would you have it? I want to have it where it's like, hey, if you really care about black folks, then show you care.
Oh, yeah. That's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen because
it's not gonna happen.
Y'all know how Negroes do. We're gonna talk about Uncle Near soon. Hey, it's a lot. We get there soon. Hold on, let me play y'all. Shout out to Marcia who did hit me up. She said, yo, you sounded unsure if we was friends. And I ain't like that. And I was like, yeah. I was like, I just don't want to like play I didn't want to make it seem like we was close, and then you got to humble me.
Exactly.
And then she was just like, yeah, whatever, nigga. She pulled up on me one day. Hold on, this is my favorite part. I love the internet.
Morning.
Did she ask you, do you have kids? Yeah, I have however many.
9.
And, right.
Hey,
you have 9.
excuse me.
And
Wait.
you have 3
It's
baby
9?
mothers.
Nina.
Right,
You
so-
know all their names and all their birthdays?
Excuse me.
I named all my children.
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
You spell them right.
I think so.
That's a lot of names to come up with.
I think so.
Can you name them for me?
Yes.
Okay.
So
Beans, greens, potatoes, lamb, ram. You on your third? No shade, no disrespect. On your third baby mama, God damn it, what is you doing?
with me and my relationship, we show people what we want them to see.
That's what y'all want us to see?
Cam Newton. Cam Newton. I love you, Cam. And we need to have, I think the community is going to have a real conversation about you. Not yet. It's about a year or two out.
She said that's what you want us to see.
My baby Lex is amazing. I love Lex. Lex, I got to stop talking to you about you that way because I think we're going to meet one day.
Oh, God.
And I got to show you that I'm a faithful man.
That's what you want us to see.
Cam, what? And she had every right to say that. And this is what y'all want us to see. That shit, Lex, man.
she nailed that one, bro.
I'm telling y'all.
Oh my God.
It is time to stop allowing the jocks to get microphones and keep talking because these women who I gotta call them intelligent because I have yet to meet them.
Yeah.
And I have yet to see them look super unintelligent or unintelligent. But it seems like these women are snipers in the way that they know who to go sit with.
Yeah,
so Lady London, who is intelligent, I've met this woman. I've seen her. I've seen her handle her business. I've seen her talk. I have pictures of her. Pause. They're business pictures. But the point is, I've seen her communicate. She go up there and run circles on you and barely say a word. She just runs circles, right?
Cam is he's
I don't know
insulated athlete, rich insulated athlete. Like this is what he is, man.
Is he leaning into it?
You know, I'm figuring that out because sometimes Cam will say something, you be like, spot on.
Facts.
Very, very smart.
Yes.
Right. So when things like this is said, it's like, all right, is he leaning into it? Like to your point, like I think he might be leaning into it a little bit. Now, with that being said, Cam's a rich man, so it's only so far I can say like, yo, he's making broken homes. But we go get to Tyreek Hill. But you know, like, yo, it's not a way to build wealth. You know what I'm saying? It's not a way to build wealth. I disagree with it. And to Lex's point, I think there's a lot of things that let me say it this way. I don't look at his life and be like, yo, I want that. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though he's rich, even though he's tall, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't look at it and be like, I would love the sponsors, right? I love the money that he makes, right? But I don't look at his life and be like, man, you know, I want that. Because as someone that has dealt with relationships and raising kids with someone, co-parenting, like, I can't imagine that 3 times. I don't care how much money I have.
I have a great question for you.
Yeah.
If you tell me to cut it out, we'll cut it out.
No, go ahead. Okay. No, we're gonna keep it in.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll keep it in. Yeah.
Hey, yo. Hey, I love how we all said, not us, not this podcast, but I love how bigger podcasts said they won't stop the pause game in 2025. And y'all have been tripling down in
I know, right?
Cam Newton sat with Steve Smith, and they had a great interview. I only got so far in, so I don't know how the rest of it go. But I love the part of them talking about meeting and how they were basically, when Cam got drafted, the ownership was in Steve Smith's head, and Steve Smith was in his own way.
Yeah.
Cam Newton talked about how the ownership was in his head, and he was already in his own way.
Yeah.
And they both came to the conclusion they wished they would have met each other. Cam said, I wish I would have had you in year 7 and 8.
Yeah.
At this age when I was more mature. Now, my question that I don't know how far this will stay in here. Pause. With your last relationship, with your ex, what age could y'all have met for it to work? Or what age of Mike? So I'm not going to do that to her.
No. So here's the thing, right? I always look back at my relationship and be like, yo, if I would have did this, would it have worked, right? So I look at my growth and I look at her growth, and at no point have I said those two things fit.
Okay, got you.
You know what I'm saying? At no point, you know what I'm saying? So like even now, and we get along now, right?
Yeah.
But it's like I don't think that those things fit. Now, part 2 of that is no. And this is not even about her. This is gonna be a good life lesson, right? One of the things that I've realized when it comes to marriage is people that have marriages that last, they just want to stay married. It's nothing else.
Yeah.
Right? It's not as fun. It's not that it's great. It's not the sex. It's not the kids.
Yeah.
It is just two people that just have decided, no matter what, we're staying married.
Facts.
I don't know if I have that in me.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I always like when I talk to my boys and like they ask my point of view. I got a guy that's going through it right now, and I tell him, I say, hey man, when you come to me, I could talk to you as your friend.
Yeah.
But when you discussing relationships, I'm like, bro, I'm not a stayer.
Yeah.
I am a lever. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's who I am. So it was like, understand when you talk to me, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's who I am, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I'm a quitter, right? But I do reach a point of diminishing returns. Like, that's just how our brain works.
Yeah.
It'd be like, yo, do you want to deal with this is it worth 4 years of this to get to 10 years, right?
Yeah.
That's just how my brain works. And like most of the time for me, the answer is, nah, I'm good. I'm good.
And you know, it was funny because my wife always hits me up and be like, I wish we would have like got married earlier.
Yeah.
And I always tell her, I'm like, I don't think he was ready. And I knew she was the one, and I knew I was ready because I was a lame. So I wasn't out here trying to knock everything down.
Yeah.
That wasn't in my DNA. But I was like, I don't think she was ready. And I was like, and part of it is not the maturity level. Honestly, it was like, I wanted you to be able to experience some parts of life and not have to worry about how I feel if I'm there and what's going on. And so she always, like, she doesn't see it, but me and her always laugh about it. It's like, because that's my logic.
Yeah.
And also, to be fair, my father told me at a young age, vacation is cheaper solo. He said that to me. My dad started saying that to me in middle school.
Yeah.
And he didn't stop until he saw me and Ez going everywhere. He was like,
yeah, that's smart. Yeah, you're going to have a good time.
And I laugh now because, Disney World wasn't cheap.
No, it's triple the rate probably you spent going anywhere with your boy.
And then it was like, Disney World wasn't cheap. We supposed to be going to Greece next year. We supposed to be going, it was funny because we trying to go to Puerto Rico in the spring. And she was like, you want to bring Ro? I'm like, hell no.
No, it went him to his grandparents.
Absolutely.
Who loves him
too much.
Yeah.
Too much. All right, let's start this pot.
I'm Pastor Mike Will.
Now, I am Gavin B. Welcome to service. Sit down. The Black Dads Club. What the hell is the point of this podcast? Let's do it like that.
If you are a black male and you're in a jam, hit me up. I'll get you out.
Trying to save black men.
We give black men a place to be seen, a place to be heard.
Sometimes I got to push back because be lying.
They do, but so do women. So that's what makes the pod cool.
Strap in. It's about to be fun.
Black Dads Club. Now let's begin.
Y'all want to welcome everybody to the Black Dads Club. This is episode 217. That is Pastor Mike Will. I am Gavin B. This is the Black Dads Club, the number one Black Dad podcast in America. It is Black History Month. We love everybody, especially if you black. And we got to do some unity. Also, I've been watching a lot of interviews. Shout out to everybody that sends me stuff. Laws has been sending me too much information. I love it because he sent me the Uncle Nearest video today, and he was like, yo, this is y'all demo right here.
Yep.
And I was just like, damn. Thank you. Also, shout out to the young lady who sent me a voice memo. I will not play it on air because her voice is recognizable. The title said, before she sent it, I got somebody for Mike. And I said, okay. And I said, she's like, yo, she pretty, she petite, excuse me. She gave me her race. I was like, all right. She says, one problem. I said, what's going on?
I already know.
She's 36.
I thought you were going to say kid. 36 is not a problem.
Oh, I told her no. Sorry. Then I circle back for you.
Yeah. Like, I know I get accused for liking younger women. And I do. Yeah. And I'm not going to make any apologies for that. So
don't.
But I this is what I always tell folks. I date the person. So I don't be like, yo, show me your ID. When I go date you, it's like, but the problem is I do have an expectation. The more mature a woman is, or the more I believe a woman should be mature, right? Which I'm putting by age. Mm-hmm. So I've dated 42-year-old women that have the behaviors of freaking college students. Yeah. And that's disgusting, right? Like it turns me off. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I expect you to be like, the older you get, I expect you to age gracefully. Like I'm aging gracefully. I'm not, bruh, if y'all met 22-year-old me, oh my God, that dude is disturbing. You know what I mean? Like, it's not even disturbing. Just everything that you don't like about a person. Like that was probably me at 22, right? At 42, it's like, nah, bro. It's like, no, I'm a man now. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you can trust me. I'm kind. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have grace. You know, I just don't see that maturation when it comes to our ladies. So a lot of, I mean, and that's not me taking a shot. One of our best listeners, I tell her all the time, I'm like, yo, there's no difference between dating a college-educated woman and an uneducated woman in my community. There's zero difference. It's the same woman. But there's a clear difference between dating educated black men in our community and uneducated black men in our community.
Octavius.
Yeah, it's a clear difference. I'm like, yo, that is problematic in our community. So back to the question. No, like 36 is fine. Now, one thing that y'all gonna hate me for this. So forgive me. But one of the things that I have seen is if a woman does not have children and she's on the other side of 35, it becomes your problem as a man.
Yeah, I feel bad. That's heavy on threads. And nobody don't want to talk about it. And I get it. Because and it ain't, sometimes I laugh on threads because I'm like, this ain't got nothing to do with me. But I'm just loving to be here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do see that
And that's unfair to men because nobody discussed it, and it's like it's something that we're not really able to talk about. Like if I date a woman and she's on the other side of 35 and she does not have kids, not even just if she doesn't have kids, she has a kid that's about to leave the house, right? Like she has a 16, 17-year-old. It becomes a lot of indirect, questions on how you feel about children, or do you want children, or that condom sex become no condom sex, that pull out becomes leave it in. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of slick shit that start happening that as a man you trying to navigate, and you can't really have a conversation like, hey, I don't know if I want children with you because I am old, you're older. We don't know if we gonna be together like that.
Yeah. I was
and I know y'all gonna hate me for that.
Nah, it's funny. I was getting on the elevator. I was leaving a proposal on Sunday. And so I get on the elevator and it was an older white couple on there, and they go, "Did she say yes?" And I just bust out laughing, right? And they were like, "What?" And I was like, "You know what? She did." Yeah. And I said, "Y'all, this is the second proposal I've done in 24 hours, and it's 2 times. Both times the people who watched said, 'Did she say yes?'" And I said, "What do y'all think supposed to happen?" And then I think about it. I'm sorry, I am naive enough to think that everybody's supposed to say yes during a proposal.
I'm also naive, and I'm older. I also believe that you asked if she's gonna say yes.
Yes. Now, when she get home, you need to be scared for that first week, especially if you're unsure, because I believe everybody's to say yes, and then once you get home, it's I don't think so, and which I'm cool with. And so I was thinking, I was like, so many people are in relationships with people they don't see a future with. Because not even because they living for right now, because right now, hey, this is the stage I am in my life and I'm good at it. But I was laughing at that because I'm fleshing all this out. And I'm like, we don't never get to the age of, and I know you said this plenty of times on the pod, we don't never get to the age of say, hey, between that 21 to 27 is probably when you should lock in with somebody right
You really, really should lock in that age range. And if you don't, you have to take your time because everybody, matter of fact, funny enough, I almost added Dana Dane clip today. I don't know if you've seen it. She's been trending. I didn't know she was from Charlotte, actually.
Who?
Dana brown skin chick. I wonder if I can find the clip. Check, pull up on TikTok. I believe it's Dana Dane or Dane Dane. Anyway, she was having this comment. She was having the conversation on, because she's an older lady, right? Like she's 35, and she's saying that, hey, in our 20s, there was no men there, right? She was like, it was already bad in our 20s to try to find men. So she was like, all the great men are taken. And she was like, everybody that's left over are either ugly or unsuccessful, right? In their 20s, right? So she was like, now that she's older, 35 plus, she was like, it's worse.
Yeah.
And
interesting.
So I disagree with her on there's nobody in your 20s. Like, there's no way you go to college and you did not run across a good person. Because let's just... College is a self-selecting place of people that want to be successful, right? So there's no way that you don't meet somebody that's, even if they're not ambitious, you at least know that their parents ambitious, right? They force them to go. So that's a place where for sure you can meet somebody. Even if it's not at your college is probably in a conference of other colleges, right? There's somebody that you're going to find. So I disagree with her. There's nobody in their 20s. But I always tell guys this, like, because a lot of guys, when they get divorced, or they haven't found anybody in the 35 plus, they're like, man, this shit sucks. And I was like, it's supposed to.
Yeah.
Ain't supposed to be easier. When we get older, bro, the pool's getting
crowded.
All
y'all pissing in it. Let me ask you this. This is another question for you. Do you feel like obligated when like certain holidays come out to post, and you could talk about current or past, like to post a person you with? And the reason why I say this is because I totally forgot to post my girl on Valentine's Day.
No, for one, I don't celebrate holidays in general at all.
That's because Mike's birthday is on Christmas, so he hates
probably a good reason I hate all holidays, right? So I don't like holidays at all. All right. So, but I get that other people like holidays, and since I'm a compassionate person, I do what other people like. I am compassionate. I'm not empathetic. I'm compassionate though. Okay. So, no, I will never post my significant other. I could be married to the finest woman in the world that's worth $1 billion fucking dollars. I would not post her. I gatekeep my relationships. Period. Point blank. Because there's no way for success in that relationship if you don't gatekeep, right? Because either her path's gonna be in the way or my path's gonna be in the way. and I don't need nobody telling any stories about me to her, and I don't need to hear any of her stories because I already like her.
Yeah.
So it's too late. I don't need to hear what the fuck she did in college. So no, I don't post.
And that's funny because I laugh at your logic on that. Simply because I can understand how you get there, because every time they fuss at me online, they post a picture of my wife. And I'm like, yo, this girl don't even be on social media like that. And they go to the post of her.
Yeah.
I mean, one time one girl was like, I ain't she was like, yo, I'm down for men loving who they love, but look, his girl ain't even black. And I'm like, bitch, what? Like, why did you say that? Like, what? And then nobody commented because everybody's like, yo, you sound
like,
R word.
No, I would not post my significant other at all. Like she might accidentally get post. Yeah. Somebody else might take a picture and tag us. You know. And the thing is, like, I would like to share, right? But it's like I just don't I can't pronounce it. What was it? Les Misbles? You don't remember it was like a musical.
Oh hell!
It was like a French musical, but anyway, the word stands for the miserable ones.
Oh, see, yeah, y'all don't play fair when y'all get upset.
It's too many miserable people. Threads, like it's just the cesspool.
It is
of unhappiness, bro.
It is. I can't wait for my 10-year anniversary in Puerto Rico. It's gonna be me, Karina, Mike, and his girl, and we're gonna have to put like a heart over the girl face.
That's how I hate when people do that. So for that. You know what? I will post my girl.
There we go.
I'll post.
There we go. Shout out to Valentine's Day weekend. Shout out to my baby. I'm sorry that we ain't got to eat. I got you a gift. You gotta accept that.
Y'all about to be 10 years in. Y'all don't need to go out on Mother's Day or Valentine's Day. Y'all go the day before or the day after.
Thank you for saving me money. And we do. Valentine's Day, we always go the day before or the weekend before. And Mother's Day, we do during the week. We ain't got time for that. And my girl's gonna hear 10 years in, she gonna cuss you out for that. I want to let everybody know. Depending on when you talk to my girl, we met in 2013 or 14. And if she say earlier, go with that date. I don't remember. But you know what's funny? All right, so Saturday, I told you Ben and Ryan and them was in Houston.
Yeah.
So they texted me all day. They went to this dope party. It was called 9 a.m. in R&B. So the club opened up at 9. And they was in the club popping bottles, sending me videos. I'm like, yo, it is 10 in the freaking morning and y'all are going in. But it was cool because so what happened is the wives got together. So I got to hang out. And the wives had all the kids. They kept the kids. So I'm like, oh, bet. So her Karina and her sister was like leaving because they was hanging out. So I was like, yo, tell your sister I'm going to Peace Pipe. I'm going to the hookah bar. And it's because it's near her crib. So her sister show up. So we sitting there, we having fun at Peace Pipe, and the owner come over because he hasn't seen me in a year. So he's like, yo, you know it's about to get wild in here. I'm like, all right. Now, mind you, it's Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
So I'm already skeptical because, yo, when it's Valentine's Day and you ain't out with your girl and somebody see you with a woman, they kind of like, and I'm recognizable because the way I look.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, already. I'm like, what's about to happen? A bunch of people about to come in here. He's like, oh, you about to see it's about to get wild. And I'm like, whatever. Bro, do you know that shit turned into an erotic poetry night?
Erotic poetry night?
At Peace Pipe on Valentine's Day.
Was it like single ladies or couples?
The demographic that you expect was in there. I'm going to say it like that.
I got it.
There was a lot of couples.
I got it.
And the singles, the demographic you believe go to these nights was fulfilled.
Yeah.
I seen a lot of, first of all, let me tell you, to the short kings that's out there, they was collecting bodies. They was collecting every infinity stone that they wanted. They was getting, they were in there. It was the older short kings in there. And
what is older? Because I'm older.
Oh, your age range was in there heavy.
Okay.
Yeah, your age range. Probably, I mean, the oldest cat I probably had to see, I had to guess the dudes that was in there. We talking 37 to like probably 47.
Okay.
But this is the 5'5" crowd. This is the 5'4", 5'6" crowd dudes. And I don't want no smoke because a lot of y'all will roll up on me. A lot of bald heads. And that ain't nothing because that's a style. So I'm not saying that these men can't grow their hair. And then the ladies, you know, they was heavy. It was heavy.
Yeah, man, I got to get married. I can't be doing that shit.
Heavy. Heavy.
I'm good on that.
I seen one dude, we was at the bar. Mind you, me and her are not dressed up for no Valentine's
Yeah.
Day. So when we started seeing people come in red and black, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? No clothes on, bad clothes on. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then by the time, bro, we got time for
Wait, so people who dressed in lingerie?
Yeah, they was
I know it's lingerie, but I call it lingerie. Chill out.
They were close enough to it. It was an erotic show, man. They was doing up there doing their poetry. One girl, she was like stripping she was doing dance moves without stripping. Then she started walking through the audience, you know what I'm saying? I did get thrown off when the dude said, if y'all got singles, feel free to throw it. That threw me off. That is the part of the night where I was just like, I gotta get up
All
out
right,
of here.
time to go.
Yeah, because
Time to go.
like
Because y'all about to start dry begging.
my sister-in-law was looking at me like, why the hell did you invite me here? Because I told her to meet me there. So she's confused as hell. And I'm like, yo.
I forgot that you invited her there. That made the whole story way more awkward now.
I was like, we have to go right now. And mind you, this is what I love about it. Doors opened up at 6. We get there at 5:30. Doors open up at 6. By 7, the show is supposed to start. The dude get on the mic at 7:10 and say we start in 5 minutes. At 7:30, it started. 7:45, I was in my car. I was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I've seen enough. I was like, this is going to be great content. And I was like, yo, I don't need nobody taking a picture of me with a woman who ain't my girl, who looks similar to my girl at the bar.
They might have thought she was your wife because, she looks similar.
Yeah, maybe. But I was like, this is not it. And the demos was in there. Like, we got to start having conversations about the demographics that certain events attract. And that was a demo I did not want to be a part of. I was like, yo.
Your people, man.
I was too tall. And the woman I was with was too small. Which was funny. Shout out to that. My boy is in some hot water.
Which boy?
KD, man. Apparently, if you do not know, a supposedly burner account that is linked to Kevin Durant has been found again. And it is interesting to say the least. Let me read you some of these tweets. And first of all, has it been confirmed as his, or we just...
I don't think, to confirm it, he would have to tell us that it's his.
And he's not, right?
He's not going to tell us that. But every indication is that this is KD's burner, allegedly. Let's read some of the comments, though. I mean, some of the posts.
Hold on, because it's hilarious. And I'm trying to make sure. Hold on. No. Because they had the list. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. I'm gonna find it. I just want to make sure it's the right list. And I'm not even. Well, first of all, are you mad at this?
Let's see here. No. Matter of fact, so I have a question while you pulling that up. Do you have a burner account?
Absolutely. What?
What platform?
Reddit. Yeah, only on Reddit.
I mean, Reddit, you don't have to really reveal yourself. But like, do you have like a burner for like Twitter, or can I create one for Threads? Because if I can create one for Threads, I'll probably get more active.
It got to be linked to a Twitter though.
So I mean
Instagram.
All right, so I can't create a Reddit burner. I mean, not Reddit, a Threads burner.
Yeah. So I have because if I ever need to spy on anybody on Instagram, I use the Black Dads Club account. And so Twitter, I don't really use Twitter that much anymore because of the communities, and I don't trust the fake accounts and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, I just use I
have a burner TikTok.
You do?
I do have a burner TikTok.
How is that? What you be getting off? You don't record no videos.
No,
or you just be in the comments.
I just had to get it off, and I don't want it to be associated to like Black Dads Club.
See, that's hilarious.
So
where these damn tweets?
And I have to sometimes change my language because there's certain things that I say all the time.
Facts.
That if someone reads it, they're gonna be like, "That's Pastor Mike Will's burner account."
You know what's so funny is I had a thing where I was liking on Reddit. I was liking my burner account comments for my real one, and I didn't mean to. And I would just see it because the rooms was overlapping. And so I had to start all the way over. I was like, oh, no, never mind. I'm trying to find these tweets, y'all. So, because I want to make sure. So, all right, here we go. Hold on. He's like, how you jealous of Drake and you not even in the music industry or no industry? You not even in the game. That ain't what I wanted to see because that was hilarious. Where is the ones?
I got it right here.
Cool. I was about to say, what
the Rockets franchise player Şengün can't shoot or defend. Jabari Smith is retarded.
He did say that.
Steve Kerr has hated black people ever since Michael Jordan punched him in the mouth.
Absolutely. That was hilarious.
Devin Booker and Frank Vogel are dictators. Stalin and Hitler.
That's crazy.
Mussolini and Kim Jong-un.
That is crazy.
Why does he not like Devin Booker? The Suns are my team when we lose, and Devin Booker's team when we win. It's 100% Kevin Durant.
Absolutely.
Man, I miss Ben Simmons. At least he passed the ball.
That's crazy.
Steve Kerr never drew up plays or suggested anything, but he won a bunch of titles.
That's actually fair.
This is Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
I miss James Harden. He has a good heart. Kind of delusional, but I get him. This is why Kevin. This is why I think it's Kevin Durant, because James Harden, I do think he has a big heart. I think that's why he spends so much money
in the strip club
on sex clubs.
Yeah,
I mean, not sex clubs, strip clubs.
With the smut on that workers. Yes.
Chris Paul doesn't know shit. This is definitely KD.
Yeah.
If you don't run, hold on. If you don't run to cut off and pass the ball to Steph Curry, the Warriors will cut you. This is Kevin Durant.
Facts. And that's a true statement.
Yeah.
I am confused by the Chris Paul thing.
No, rumor has it that no one likes Chris Paul.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm like, when did he ever play with Chris Paul? Remember, he didn't play with him for the Suns.
Was it?
So it has to be USA
basketball.
Yeah,
probably. That tells you how unlikable he is. That Chris Paul could rub somebody the wrong way doing the Olympics.
Yeah, absolutely.
Speaking of Olympics, you saw that they ran out of condoms in the Winter Olympics.
I heard
10,000 condoms.
I heard.
First off, what is it? 3,000 athletes. That's only like 3 condoms per athlete.
Yeah.
They look. You need Olympic bodies 2 weeks together in the Alps, bruh. That common sense tell you that should be like 15 condoms a person. 15. These are the best bodies of people's lives at the zenith of their careers, bruh. They fucking
and they stressed
bruh. They're fucking
a lot.
Yeah, and I promise you, them run out of condoms didn't stop a goddamn thing.
It did not.
About to have a bunch of Scorpios.
Facts.
All right, and last comment. Kyrie Irving didn't compete with me, but that triple-double addict Russell Westbrook did.
That was my favorite one. So I think the only one he gonna get in trouble for, you can't call people retarded.
Well, I love out the Israel one.
Oh, about the drones?
Yeah, I love that one out.
Yeah.
I skipped that one.
Yeah. And that's the only one. That one's gonna get him in trouble.
Yeah.
The retarded one's gonna get you in trouble. But luckily, Michael Jordan's over here pinching kids' asses. So
supposedly he was knocking the water off of them.
Yeah, which was funny.
Yeah.
Which is a great PR. That is a great PR comment. Even if it is true, good to get it out quick. If it's not true, genius.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't think nobody think Michael Jordan is a pedo. So
you know, the crazy part is that conversation is starting around him. And we have a whole list of actual freaking guys in a list with stories, with photos, with victims, and not a person in this list have been brought in for questioning. Fuck justice.
Yeah.
Just brought in for questioning.
Yeah.
Not a one. So please, spare me that you give a fuck about children. All right?
Absolutely.
Spare me that.
Here's my message to Kevin Durant. You gotta relax.
You gotta relax. Bro, you are way too rich and way too tall.
Absolutely. And also my suggestion, Kevin Durant, is you seem to not be able to understand that you click over on the button and it swaps profiles. So what you need to do is get you another phone. That's your burner phone.
That's your burner phone. You're too rich.
You too rich.
Yeah, just get your phone. And guess what? You probably post better things because that phone will be away from you.
Yeah.
So by the time you get to it,
you ready to spill.
Yeah, you'll be ready.
And the reason why I tell everybody this, so there's a feature on Instagram. If you block somebody, is a button that says, hey, block them in every account they're associated with. How do y'all think they get it? They get the association on your phone when you have 5 of the profiles.
Yeah, on your same phone, same device ID.
Which is why Mike got blocked by, what's our girl, Amani Talks or whatever her name
Amani,
is?
she got engaged. You saw that?
Really?
Yeah, she got engaged like last week or 2 weeks ago.
Interesting. Do you know she don't want kids or he gonna change her mind?
Oh, you know what? I forgot. Wasn't that why she blocked me?
Yeah,
no, was it like baby mama stuff?
It was some baby mama stuff. And when she blocked Mike, the Black Dads Club is all associated with Mike on one of our phones. Yeah. So they just deleted. She blocked all of us. But yeah, she don't want kids. So I wonder what that's gonna happen.
Well, she got a big ring, so this guy's rich. And a lot of times that triggers in their brain kids for some reason.
If she gets kids, I can't wait. Is he in the church? I'm imagining so.
Yeah, because she went the whole religious thing, man. Like she did that whole fuck men, do what the hell you want to, praise God.
Yeah.
And again, I told y'all last week, I do not blame y'all for that if y'all are genuine. But when y'all be playing with it, like India Love, I'm trying to see whether or not she actually is changing, or is it just a scheme, right?
Well, Brittany Renner changed again,
right? And that's what I'm saying. Like it just be a scheme. Oh, speaking of Brittany Renner, we actually left this off here. PJ Washington, bruh, you don't make that kind of money. You rich.
Okay.
But stop. Happened? Like Valentine's Day, his girl posted like $600,000 car, private jet, like 30, like several $30,000+ bags, like $1 million in, bro. Like relax, my bro. Like stop stunting on your ex. I know she get on your nerves. I know she's using your kid as manipulation tool against you. She's using it as a weapon. So you like, yo, I'm gonna get back at her. Like, bro, forget about her. Focus on the kid, man. Stay out of that fight, bro. Because you wasting a lot of money trying to show her that this could have been your life.
Facts. But when a man is scoring, a man is scoring.
Yeah, let it go, man. Let it go, man. Mature, man. Like, save some of that money, man. If your girl's with you because she with you, bro, like, yo, you do not have to spend. If women like you, you do not have to spend all the money.
Facts.
You're gonna have to spend money, but you don't have to go. You don't have to spend all the money, man. Because if a woman likes you, she's gonna be like, whoa. I plan on being with you for a long period of time, so I need this money to last.
Facts. Happy Black History Month. R.I.P. to Jesse Jackson. We didn't want to start with that because then y'all be sad.
Yeah, this is true.
When he passed, like today, right?
I want to say yesterday.
Yesterday?
Yeah, I want to say yesterday.
Wow. Honestly, I know you had posted some things about him and him running for office back in the day.
I did, and one of the things that I want to say about Jesse Jackson. Matter of fact, let's go back to last week when we talked about FD Signifier and JJ, and them laughing and being inappropriate when it comes to Kevin Samuels' death. I do not agree with everything Jesse Jackson did.
Facts.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Like at all, right? Jesse Jackson might be the original, black grifter, of sorts, right? But his impact, right? Like what he stood for, or he gave an ideal of what it meant to be a successful black man. This man went from dealing with the civil rights era, right? Which the United States coming out of an apartheid, right? So from the mid 60s, and he's a South Carolina guy, so big ups there.
Shout out.
But from there, and in under 20 years, right, he's running for president of the United States, right? He didn't win, but it started that ideal of, can we have a black president, right? Are we ready for a black president? And the platform that he ran on, I wanted to see if I could find it real quick. My goodness, because I want to read off what he ran off on as a black male, because y'all always sit around here like black men are the worst men in the world. Let me see if I can pull up his
when it's
platform.
really Tyra Banks, but I'm gonna get to her shortly.
Let me see if I can find this list. I thought I had it.
Producer!
I know this is.
Why Mike finding that? I am here to let y'all know right now. We are looking for a video editor, publicist, and or manager. Not an or and manager. We need all three. We ain't paying you.
It's a labor of love until we get there.
Until we get there. We are for real. We do need a publicist. And shout out to my homegirl.
I got it.
I can't even say your name because I need you to come work for us. We do need you as our publicist because you tied in. You locked in for real. But go ahead.
All right. So this is the platform that Jesse Jackson ran on. Creating a works progress administration style program to rebuild America's infrastructure and provide jobs to all Americans, right? Something that we always complain about, infrastructure. Reprioritizing, guys, this is the 80s, by the way, right? Reprioritizing the war on drugs, right? So United States had a war on drugs because of the 70s heroin epidemic in inner cities and the rising cocaine crack epidemic that was happening in the 80s. So this is the beginning of it. Some of y'all was not even born yet, so y'all might not understand the impact of what was going on, like with the whole Just Say No to Drugs, DARE programs. This is where they all started because cocaine just went through America so freaking fast. Yeah. And this is on the heels of heroin. Which was to focus on less on mandatory minimum sentences for drug users, by the way. Like they were sentencing drug users to mandatory minimums.
Fuck rehab.
That is crazy. All right. Okay, let's just stay there,
we
right?
Know why.
Yeah, and we know why, right? And hold on, listen to what he wanted to do, right? Less on drug users being sentenced and more harsher punishments for money laundering bankers.
Oh,
This is in the 80s, bro.
He wasn't gonna win.
No, he was never going to win, right? Reversing Reaganomics-inspired tax cuts for the richest 10% of Americans and using the money to finance social welfare programs, right? Cutting the budget of the Defense Department of Defense. This is why they got on his ass by as much as 15% over the course of his administration, right? Declaring apartheid-era South Africa to be a rogue nation. Now remember, this is during the 80s. This is when South Africa was a rogue nation, and they did switch it over. Was it the 90s, I think, when they switched from apartheid to South Africa? Nuclear freeze, beginning the disarmament negotiations with the Soviet Union. Remember, all this has not happened yet. This is what he wants to run on. Some of these ideals actually came to be. Yeah. Right? Rogue nation South Africa, disarming, between the United States and the Soviet Union. Giving reparations to the descendants of black enslaved people.
Oh, you weren't getting that.
Supporting family farms by reviving many of the FDR New Deal farm era programs. We know we have a huge problem with farms right now in this country. Creating a single payer system for universal health care. Guys, this is the 80s.
Yeah.
This is the 80s. Ratifying the Equals Rights Amendment. Applying strict now, listen to this though. Applying strict enforcements of the Voter Rights Act and supporting the formation of a Palestinian state. Okay. This is what the black community by and large focuses in on, right? And I tell y'all all this to say is that the black has always been center left. That is a center left man with a platform of things that the DNC could use to this day to win. Now, this is not to say that Jesse Jackson was not co-opted. I told y'all he's a master grifter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think one of the problems occurs that once he saw how hard it was to do things, I think he was just like, well, let me just get in the right rooms and understand what's going on. Now, the problem with that is, he never was, a huge part of the DNC, outside of the Rainbow Coalition, which was his idea. Oh, yeah, I forgot all about that. Jesse Jackson was for equal rights for people of LGBT. It was just LGB back then.
Yeah.
He was for equal rights and access to health care for those people before anybody on the left ever jumped in on. So as much as I like to disagree with the guy, what I'm not going to do is diminish him, the things that he was good at.
Yeah. And look, he's a staple. We are, I don't know what they teaching y'all now, but I mean, back when we was in school, it was just Martin Luther King. They didn't even tell us about Malcolm. They didn't tell you about nobody else. But like every time when you was in school and you saw a picture of Martin Luther King, right beside him typically was Jesse Jackson. Yeah. So RIP to him. Stephen A. Smith said that he want to run. Are we voting for him?
On one hand, it's like a hell no. And then on the other hand, it's like, yo, the Anglos gave us Donald Trump. Y'all
Twice.
Almost deserve us giving y'all Stephen Smith.
Look, Stephen A. Smith, I love Stephen A. Smith. I'm running Democrat. And then he got all the Republican talking points. I absolutely love that. Shout out to that white pastor. I don't know your name, brother. Sorry. So I don't know. And I loved him preaching last Sunday and going, he preached right after the Super Bowl. So that'd be last Sunday. He said, we messed up a long time ago when Christian meant conservative and conservative meant Christian. He said it got mixed up so bad that now y'all don't even know what a racist is. You think you could be racist and conservative, racist and Christian. And he smoked that, and I'm messing it up. But he was an older white guy too, and he just talked about how those two things don't mean the same thing, and how
at some point we just have to accept that there's a large percentage of Anglos that are morons.
Mm-hmm.
And, and it's infiltrated every part of the government, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you can't call the KKK a terrorist organization.
Oh, that was great.
Right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you can never do that, if you can never move beyond that, right? And if you can never separate burning the cross and Christian nationalism from being conservative, if you can never separate any of these things, right?
Yeah.
Then there's no conversation you can ever have with people that think that way.
Yeah.
Right? There's no like the ideal if you are a conservative, you probably are Venn diagramming with Christian nationalism. And if you are a Christian nationalist, you probably are Venn diagramming with a lot of the ideals of the KKK, right? Like when all these things are similar, right? And there's nobody on that side to say, hey, you know what? Let's go ahead and make the KKK a criminal organization, right? Let's make that. Let's go ahead and say that's a terrorist organization, right? And then let's start focusing on Christian nationalism and say, okay, what part of this is not like, the New Testament, Christ, right? Like let's focus in on that. Until they call that out, right? Being conservative is going to always be, almost being considered a racist.
Absolutely. And I absolutely love watching these white churches and these pastors get off what they getting off. Because I agree with everything he said. He went there, then he went through the White House and talked about all the people who called themselves Christians and how he looks at the fruit of their labor and he's like, nah.
Yeah, the behaviors aren't Christian.
Yeah, and I love watching when they pan to the audience and just see people's faces. That's my favorite thing.
Yeah.
It ain't on the board. I encourage everybody, if you got Netflix, go watch the America's Next Top Model.
I heard about this.
It is 3 episodes. They're like an hour a piece. Me and Karina did 2 of them yesterday. I can't wait to get to the 3rd one. And I am here to tell you, it is 100% lazy and disgusting and disheartening for y'all to get on TV and use, hey, times was different back then. And sometimes, yes, certain things was different back then. And as a kid, I understand because I was there. Certain words we can't say today that we could say back in the day.
Yeah.
Tyra Banks, for you and your team, and I'm gonna be very frank, for y'all to get in episode 1 and y'all realize that y'all aired a girl getting raped, you do not get to go 25 years later and go, times was different back then. We didn't know what was going on. You are full of shit. Because I remember that episode.
So they're telling the story and
they got the girl on there.
Yeah.
And so what happened is there was a model. She was super drunk.
Yeah.
For you idiots out there who are confused, yes, a woman can be too intoxicated to consent. And they filmed her having sex. They filmed her falling over. They picked her up multiple times from passing out. That's how drunk she was. And they filmed her. Not only did they air the shit, they then aired her telling her boyfriend about it. They then aired her when she called her boyfriend, like he's calling her a bitch all over on the phone.
Yeah.
Then they aired her again, calling the guy, asking him, did he have any STDs or whatever? And Tyra Banks and them is just, we didn't have nothing to do with that. Times was different back then. And it's like, and they didn't use that just for her. They used it for different people. They went back so far. They start off easy with it, right?
Yeah.
So they're talking to Tyra.
Yeah, this is dark as hell.
Oh, yeah. Oh, bro.
We just went from Jesse Jackson death to...
Bro, I told y'all yesterday, I'm like, I'm flaming her up. Because I'm watching, I'm like, yo, this is crazy. So I get it. They're on there talking about how they had to send one girl home super early when the show was getting picked up.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want any Hispanics on the show. Because America wasn't ready for that. And
How long ago was that?
Early 2000s, like 2004. And so they were talking about...
Vita Guerrero hadn't hit the scene yet?
Nah. Well, that's video. This is different from...
Okay, you're right. It's model world. You're right.
And so they were talking about how we only needed one black girl, whatever. So I'm like, that's interesting. Cool.
That is interesting. I'm about to watch this now when I get to the house.
Yeah, they got the one black girl on there. I remember her, because you always remember the black girls.
Yeah, because to your point, it was only like
one or two.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like it was a lot of them.
They got one girl. She getting groped on TV, and they were like, they were talking about how they was talking to him, how they was talking to the girls about eating, and that was some of the things, they got, and I was telling my wife, I said, what's so funny? Janice Dickinson is on here. And I said, her attitude on this show is why when she was trying to put Bill Cosby down, nobody gave a damn.
Yeah.
Because she was so mean and nasty to people on this show. And that was her role, right? Like being mean and nasty to people. And then you're talking to women a certain way about their bodies and how they're supposed to be handled and how they're supposed to perform and how they're supposed to present themselves. And then you want everybody to feel bad for you for what happened with you and Bill Cosby. And not saying one is right, but what happens is people never forget.
Yeah.
But it's an interesting show. I thought it was disgusting, but also interesting. episode 3, they ain't even got the Eva yet. So I can't wait to hear that part. Not Eva Longoria. You remember Eva, light-skinned girl?
Eva
the short?
Pickford.
Yes.
She stopped going by Pickford. I think she became like
Because she got married, right?
Eva Marcel. Well, she hated Pickford. It wasn't a great name, so she started going first name, middle name. She was definitely my favorite top model.
Yeah, everybody
gorgeous.
Yeah, absolutely. So they
gorgeous.
ain't even got to her yet. So I'm assuming she's in part 3. They did a black girl on there wrong. And they did. I'll tell you this last part. They got one of the black girls early on, and she has short hair, like mine.
Yeah.
And they show them picking at her about her hair, because she was trying to explain to them. They doing makeovers, and they're trying to explain to her. She's trying to explain to them, hey, should y'all take me to a black barber shop or a black salon? And they had all these old white women just around her picking at her hair. And she talked about that. They had another black girl on there. Tyra Banks is telling her like, yo, you ain't gonna make it if you don't get your gap closed. And they got the photographer on there, and they got the other people's like, yeah, we forced her to go get her teeth fixed. Not knowing that, oh shit, like that's a style. Like, you needed that. We were wrong back then. You got to understand back in the day. And they leaned so heavy on that. And for me, I'm like, nah, we was there. We could say, because I didn't remember the girl basically getting raped on TV. I don't remember that. What I do remember is the follow-up with her calling her man, admitting, hey, I had sex. And I remember that part.
Yeah.
Because that was the storyline. Hey, and Tyra Banks is on there talking to the girls like, hey, you can't cheat. And she's telling this girl after she just got raped, like, hey, you can't be going around sleeping around. Tyra Banks, you're a piece of shit. And the other part of this that I really, really want to get to, and I told my wife, I said, the funny part about Tyra Banks is she's one of those people who were cool with being in white rooms, being the only black person in there and playing their games. And this is showing me just that, because of even this now and the bullshit. Like, we remember Tyra Banks is like, yo, I just remember that being like, hey, she don't remind me of the typical black women I'm around. And I ain't talking about.
Yeah, no, she did.
Like, she cosplay a lot.
Yeah.
That's basically what I'm trying to get at.
Stacey Dash reminded us more of the everyday black girl than Tyra Banks back in the day.
And they both cosplayers. And it was just very interesting. And they, some of the things she did get right. You know what I'm saying? She did get the 2 gay guys on there when that was not flying on TV.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I respect that part of it. It's like, hey, I went out on a limb and said, hey, I want 2 gay dudes on TV that aren't white men. And then I do love how the network pretty much said, all right, you got to get a straight white man on here. Look, sometimes y'all got to understand that that's how shit go. But anyway, I tell everybody this, watch the doc. You will be shocked. It's just super interesting. The dude who shot Making a Band, who directed the whole thing, he in there lying his ass off. It was just interesting. Shout out to me also. I had a Karen moment this week. Well, last night. I sent in a letter.
You sent a letter to the HOA?
HOA sent me a letter last night. They sent it to everybody. Our trash was supposed to get picked up on Friday.
Yeah.
It don't get picked up.
Yeah.
So, of course, everybody's like, all right, maybe they come the next day. Saturday comes, everybody trash still out. You would know Monday morning, everybody got a letter from the HOA in our mailbox about if your trash can was left on the street. And they sent this nasty letter to the upkeep of the neighborhood and blah, blah, blah. Man, I wrote their asses so quick. And then you know what happened? Because I'm hitting sin, the garbage come down and get everybody trash. And I'm like, yo, and basically my letter was like, yo, who are you? Why would you ever do that? Like, and I get it. But I was like, yo, y'all couldn't wait 2 days, 3 days. And I'm talking about business days. Nobody coming to pick up your garbage on Sunday. Yeah. Nobody coming Saturday unless it's your day. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, yo, whatever, man. Shout out to Ring. They deleted, quote unquote, the flock safety app.
Yeah, I don't believe anything's get deleted.
Where they was tracking your dogs.
What did they say? When you're on the website, unpublished.
Oh yeah. Unpublished.
Ain't nothing get deleted.
Scheduled for a later date.
Yeah, unpublished.
So if you don't know, Ring, first of all, they ran this commercial during the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And I think if they knew this was going to be the backlash, they wouldn't have wasted that money.
They had to know this was going to be the backlash. You know what? Then again, they didn't, because they don't have them with yes people in the room. And it'd be the dumbest ideas.
So what was the idea of this? If you lost your dog, they'll be able to tap in.
Yeah, they wanted to be. Here's the thing. They maybe could have used a kid, but I think that would have been like too tragic, too scary, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, I
True.
think
The next best thing
next best thing was going to be you lost your puppy.
Yes.
Right? And then everybody realized that, yo, wait a minute. So you just go track us everywhere we go. You using my device? Because here's the thing. You don't even have to Ring record shit even if you're not subscribed to it.
Facts.
Which is the funniest part of owning a Ring camera is it's still working. It's still using your power. It's still using your Wi-Fi to upload all the information. You just don't have access to it unless you subscribe.
Unless you pay for it.
Insane.
When that damn GoPuff girl hit my damn house with her car, I had to like hit up Ring to get the footage. I'm like, bro, I know y'all got it.
Yeah.
And so the funny part is the whole point was if you lost your dog, it'll automatically tap into the cameras, find the dog, but then it also traces license plates because dogs drive. So it need to be able to do that. And it automatically sends it to the police. And so it was very, very interesting, which was my favorite part because I knew Ring could do too much when Meg Thee Stallion got shot. Because if you remember, Tory wasn't convicted of shooting Meg. He was convicted of discharging a firearm in a residential area.
Yeah.
And the reason why they got this information is because of somebody's Ring camera.
Yeah.
And I was like, interesting that y'all got this information, even though we never got to see the Ring camera.
Yeah.
But whatever, right? So I just thought that was crazy. And then Meta AI said what they do? They bought something.
Well, no. So, funny enough, it was a conspiracy theory like several years ago on 4chan of all places. Which 4chan is a lot of smart guys. They're just mostly racist.
Fact.
So that they basically was creating an algorithm that it figures out how you post, what you post about, so that when you die, it'll still post for you.
That's crazy.
So you could be dead, and it'll still post as if it's Pastor Mike Will.
That is insane and disgusting and weird.
And it's like, why do you need that?
So we can scam people.
We scam people. So you can keep the internet looking full. You can keep people engaged in the internet. If you're nefarious, right? I mean, I can go and snatch somebody and they can still be posting.
Yeah.
Right? They can still be posting pictures and it's like
Carly Russell.
Yeah, you thinking that they're fine. And they're like, yo, they could be in a cage somewhere.
Yeah.
At the bottom of a lake, right? And still posting. So
throw the scent off.
This is the thing. I think we've reached a point of no return. I think we're beyond the point of no return. That's what I mean to say. Like, I don't think you can rein any of these things back. I don't think you can pass legislation for these things anymore. The last hope of humanity is the EU. It really is. Because the EU is kind of heavy on privacy. Like, they're the reason why we get aggravatedly annoyed with all these cookies. Everything. And I tell you, y'all can throw that law out because everybody accept the cookies. Because it's like, I don't, bruh, everybody's tracking me anywhere. My phone's tracking me everywhere. Just auto accept the cookies for now on. Like, I don't need that. But they're the reason because that was at the beginning of tracking people for advertising. You had to opt in. But now everybody does it. It's like, it doesn't even fucking
matter. I hit decline and you still know.
You still
know exactly what porn I'm into. I ain't even
so it's like, but with the whole Meta AI thing, artificial intelligence is here to stay.
Yes.
It's not going anywhere. The only thing that I am ardent about is every person has to own their name, image, and likeness, right? That has to be, that has to be an innate right that we're born with.
Yes.
That can never be taken away. So the only legislation that I'm ever going to be, hard on and like, I hope we get as people is I should always be able to own my name, image, and likeness, which means everything is going to be digitized, but once it's confirmed that it's me, anytime I post up anywhere in the world on the internet, I should be notified and I should have an option of removing that image.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's going to take everybody just coming together and saying, yo, y'all doing too much. So Ring unpublished this.
Yeah.
Because everybody
everybody
came together and was like, oh, no, y'all doing too much, right? I was telling Mike off air, there's a photo app. It's called ePhoto AI, and it helps photographers edit photos, right? Just quicker. What used to take me an hour to edit a photo, I can literally do 10 of them in 2 minutes, like dead ass.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. It's scary too. And so they got in trouble with photographers because what they were doing was they started promoting that, hey, they start promoting to clients, hey, come get your headshot done. We'll use our whatever software to do your headshot. So photographers looking at them sideways like, damn, y'all not trying to help us keep our jobs. Y'all
trying to cut me out.
Trying to cut me out. Then photographers digged a little deeper. And dogs must be the way, because they had a dog photo shoot thing too. Because it's hard to get you to bring your dog into the studio and your dog behave in the price. So what people were able to do is do photo shoots for their dogs at home. Same thing, right? Well, people started digging in and they realized like with the headshot generator, they were actually using photographers' photos to train their AI program. So then everybody was like, yo, you said you'll never do this, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. They got rid of it. Now, I can't wait because they are going to be in Vegas for a photo conference in 2 weeks. I won't be there, but I can't wait to see what happens. And then also, hey, y'all need to check LifeTouch. They was in them Epstein files. And if you do not know, LifeTouch does all the photography for all the schools. And apparently they do some photos for daycares. And their database was linked to the Epstein files.
Yeah, it's in the files. I mean, it's one of the reasons why the files have, what they say, 6 million documents in
6 million. Well, we only got 3 and 70% of it is redacted.
Yeah, so I mean, like 6 million files. Yeah, I mean, that's sheets upon sheets upon sheets probably of photos, which, again, it's one of those things. This is why I don't take y'all seriously anymore with the age gap conversation. Like, y'all don't care.
Oh no.
Y'all don't care. Like y'all, what you care about is just people you don't like, being able to shame them. But people that you like, you don't hold them accountable.
Absolutely. Speaking of people you may or may not like, Uncle Nearest. Hey, I don't know what's going on with y'all in Charlotte. Is she from North Carolina?
I don't know.
I know the 3 brothers that are. I'm watching an interview on Social Proof. It's about an hour and 50. I'm over an hour in, which is surprising for me.
Yeah,
especially with a podcast I don't listen to. But it's pretty good. And I love hearing these 3 brothers talk. They're older men just talking about how to hear all their stories together. They're 3 men, 2 of them are cousins. The other one, they don't know each other, but all of them have all been entrepreneurs their whole lives. Yeah. And part of their thing was, hey, I had a hustle. I turned it into a business. I sold it.
Yeah.
And I used that money to start doing other stuff I wanted to do and selling it. So they're trying to acquire Uncle Nearest. Super interesting take. One, because I love when people do interviews in their corporately. I don't know if that's a word. I'm not the English guy on this podcast.
Neither am I.
They're politically correct trying to shit on her.
Oh.
But not shit on her.
Gotcha.
Because they still got to do business with her.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say that, so somebody, if you're watching, you're going to be like, nah, they're not really, but you got to hear the shade when the shade is thrown, right? They talked about how they tried to go help her before. And her people was like, They talked about how important she is and how she's important because she heard the story. She knows the story about Nearest Green or whatever, his name, and how he helped Jack Daniels. Yeah. And she's telling that story now. And they're talking about, they was like, yo, that 108 number ain't real. They was like, nah, she owe about 120. Like, and they talked about how they know the stakeholders and how they're trying to raise. And you know what's so funny? Shout out to the guy on Social Proof. He goes, was evaluated at $1 billion. They was like, she said that.
Yeah.
That's the shade.
Yeah.
Yo, she said it. But it was also like them talking about, yo, we got her 108 that she needs, that she's saying, but we need $200 or $300 million because we still got to run this brand.
Yeah.
And also, I love everybody saying, hey, we trying to keep this black.
Yeah, I mean, it would be nice if we own something, but I mean, the sad part is, what part of the Uncle Nearest story surprised you? Right?
About her owning this money?
No, about a black business that becomes popular that ends up not being black in under 10 years, right?
Yeah.
Like, how many times did this story has to happen? You know, and again, you would think this would be an opportunity for black billionaires, right? You know, and I'm not calling out Robert Smith, Byron Allen, David Stewart, Oprah, like forget the entertainers, right? But just people who have built their businesses by being successful black entrepreneurs, right? To say, hey, you guys should buy this. There's a really good chance that Bacardi, Diageo, what's the other big liquor brand? My point is,
brand.
Yeah.
But no, Diageo owns them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good chance that there's no way in hell they're letting this get away from them.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So no matter what black person comes in with however much money. Good luck to the brothers. I can almost guarantee you this shit going to Diageo.
Oh yeah. I wanted to get to them because one, to hear these brothers talk and to all of them say, no, we met in Charlotte.
Yeah.
No, we went to the ABC stores in Charlotte. We did our recon on her.
Yeah.
And I think it's interesting, but also, I wouldn't be surprised if what's LM, whatever Rihanna owned by.
Louis Vuitton Moet Hennessy Group.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if they come in and snatch this up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
because it's a drop in the bucket for them.
Exactly.
You can't ask a Jay-Z who's worth $2 billion to say, hey, go spend a fifth of your money, or not a fifth of your money, but like damn near.
Oh, it's gonna be $400 or $500 million for sure.
Yeah.
And again, how much of that money is going to the people that founded Uncle Nearest? I don't know if she's the original founder. Or
she
came in.
is, and that's what Homeboy on Social Proof was asking them, like, what y'all gonna do with her? And they pretty much get the thing. It was like, she won't even allow us to have those conversations with her.
Yeah. So does she want to? You create something, and now you got to sell it, right? Because she's $120 million in debt.
Yeah.
And everybody knows she's going to lose it. No one's looking at future valuation, right? Mm-hmm. So they're going to be like, well, we'll give you 200, right?
Yeah.
And
what's a bidding war now?
Yeah, but how much of that money is going to her though?
And that is the interesting part.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because I would assume that even if it is yours, I would assume you do have a number.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's mine, it's my baby. But you know what?
But do she? Because it's like and I'm asking because I don't know.
Yeah.
It's always remind me of the Damon Dash. I owe so many creditors so much money. Now to pay off my creditors. Yeah, Rockefeller gets sold. My stake in Rockefeller. I want to do like nobody goes to Dame Dash and is like, hey, I'm giving you $10 million. Maybe he gets the remainder if it's over.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's the problem though, because it's like, if it's not really worth it. Like, if you wanted to buy Rockefeller from Dame or whatever Dame owns, right?
Yeah.
And at the end of it, he has $3 million left. I mean, for Dame, he's probably like, what the fuck I'm gonna do with $3 million?
Yeah.
I mean, it's $3 million, but what am I gonna do with it, right?
Yeah.
That's not $35 million.
Yeah,
it's not $300 million. So I can see her looking at this and you basically about to end up with, $20 million for, let's be honest, Uncle Nearest could become as big as Jack Daniels.
It could, yeah.
Like Jack Daniels got to be a billion. I mean, it has to be a $1 billion brand.
I had some yesterday.
Several $billion, right? So when you looking at this is what my dream was.
Yeah.
And I'm about to get $10 million. Like that's so, and most people don't have it in them, especially when you create your baby. Like, let's say podcast takes off, right? We're great, and then Spotify comes in to say, we're gonna buy it from you guys for $50 million, right?
Yeah.
Do
I ever see you again?
Hey, we'll see, Joe. We be at the same place. But my point is, will we did have it in us to be like, let's do it again. Let's run it back. Or will we be like, shit, nah, man.
I'll let you.
Let's chill. Let's chill, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you got that going on as well, right? I can work on this, but if I sell this, I don't know if I want to create another whiskey brand.
I hope I get to the part of the interview where, and they're doing the assumption part, because they say they can't really talk to her no more.
Yeah.
And I finish my thoughts. Sorry, y'all. I wonder if they get to the part of explaining how she got so far in debt, because they haven't seemed to gotten there yet. I'm like an hour or so in.
Okay.
And they just saying it's creditors, and these brothers said they even spoke to some of her stake owners in it who are equity partners. Funny enough, they said a lot of those people are our friends who reached out to us and was like, can y'all come buy this damn brand? Like, whatever, she don't know what she's doing. And they also, you know what? And this is what I love about them. And I want to, y'all should come sit with us.
Yeah.
But it was interesting hearing them talk, and they were talking about how great it is, how hard it had to be for her to be, one, a person of color, two, to be a woman, and then go into banks and ask them for money and get resources.
Yeah.
Say they knew it was hard for her, but also, they emphasized on, hey, we tried to go to her a while ago and say, hey, we know what's about to happen to you. Let us get it now.
Yeah.
And it was a nah. And it was like her team and people. And I never want to get there where I get so narrow-minded, somebody's trying to help me and I'm just like, you trying to put your hands in my pocket.
Or, you feel like somebody's trying to take something from you. Like, it is a catch-22. Like, I get where she's coming from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's I think that was Corey Maggette. I think that was him. He had wrote an article in The Athlete years ago. Mm-hmm. It was him and Darius Miles, I believe. I think they had wrote it together. Anyway, long story short, he was just saying, he was like, when people see us go broke or whatever, I can't remember which one had lost a bunch of money. But he was like,
Darius Miles, it had to be.
It probably was Darius Miles. And he was just like, look, it ain't buying cars. He was like, it's only so many Ferraris I could buy. He was like, when we get taken advantage of as athletes, he said, it's always real estate deals.
Oh, yeah.
He was like, it's always some deal where somebody's like, yo, put $4 million in and this $20 million project, and then the project implodes, gets sold off, all your money's gone, right? Yeah. So I get her in this situation when someone says, hey,
let me help you.
Like, I get it. But here's the thing. I think one of the things that we have to get good at is when we build businesses, understand that it's time to hand it over to somebody else. I still own the equity, right? And you used to see this a lot in venture capital, like especially with tech companies. A founder will found that company, they'll run it to a certain point, and then they bounce to the board.
Yeah, but sometimes, that, or if you don't want to do it no more, sell it.
Yeah.
Like, sell it all. Because that was the other thing. They said that they went in there and they told her, we want everything. Name, likeness, everything.
But that would be hard though, bro.
You 120 million in debt. It ain't that damn hard.
Yeah, but
sometimes we get married to certain, and I say
true.
This,
and that's where I'm at. I'm married to the idea right now.
Yeah, and because when I was doing my business course that I was doing, and we was in there, and all of our teachers was like, yo, you'll start a business, but if it's not a passion project for you, like, it is, you do build it to sell it to somebody. Yeah. If not, what you gonna do? Work till you 80 and then die, and it just for like whatever. And so a lot of them was like, sometimes you just know what you're good at, you get in that business, but it is helping you to fund your passion project. I would say it like this. Shout out to Nia. Y'all heard me talk about Note and Accord on here plenty of times. I shouted them out. Shout out to their reel. It went off. Right? She used to own like a print shop. Yeah. That wasn't what she wanted to do. Somebody came in, but she had it. She was running it. She had employees. She said, yo, somebody came in one day, was like, yo, we want it. She sold it. Yeah. Now what she does? Having, building perfumes and fragrance company has been in her family for generations. Yeah. She has that now. Now, me and her was talking, I'm like, are you going to sell this? She's like, maybe. She was like, maybe my son want to take it over, but maybe I want to sell it. So I can understand. And you know what was funny? One of the guys, when they met in Charlotte, he said, hey, I didn't want to run this company. He was like, I went to church. And all three of them talked about praying, tithing, and how much the church meant to them. Yeah. All three of the guys, every time they talked, they was like, yo, I literally went to church. I was paying my tithe. That's how I split up all my finances. I was praying to God, and I met such and such. And they got me into this room. And it's just so interesting to hear that aspect. And I don't want that to get lost in a conversation. But the dude was saying, he was like, yo, I was praying. And I was like, he's like, buying Uncle Near's came on my thing multiple times, on my desk multiple times. And I was like, nah, I don't want to get nothing into this. Like, it looks bad. The press is bad. And he was like, I prayed to God, and I said, if it's supposed to be, let it happen. He's like, they called me and they said, hey, we want to run it. We just need your help to get the money. Yeah. He was like, he was like, God just threw it on my lap. Like, absolutely. So yeah, certain things.
I'll have to check that out. All right.
I think it'll be interesting to you. I always think about like, this takes off. Yeah. This is what I want to do. Yeah. Sorry, I love taking pictures of y'all. But after last week, I had two of my most difficult clients ever last week. And it was tough, bro. Yeah. It was so tough that JK came in the room, was like, you're going to be all right. Because he could hear it from the front room. Yeah. And I told my wife, this sounds so disgusting. So y'all don't take this, charge it to my heart, not my head, or whatever it is. My head, not my heart. I told my wife, I said, stroking the ego of women I'm not involved with becomes tiring. Yeah, buddy. After years. Yeah, buddy. And I said, I'm working with women that are paying me. They are customers. I treat everybody with respect and love. Yeah. I don't care who you are. If you come in my studio, I am showing respect and love to you. Male, female, child, whatever. Yeah. Grandma. I will call your grandma mama. Yeah. Because she's going to tell about me at the dinner table. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So I show everybody's love and respect. I don't know how many times I got to tell you pretty before you keep telling me that you ain't. And then I'm going to be like, all right, I don't give a fuck. Like, whatever we doing, man. And it was a lot of that last week, bro. And it was heavy, bro. And I told Karina, I said, yo, I tell my wife she pretty. She says, thank you. Yeah. I done told you pretty 30 times. And it's
30 times.
I don't look good right here. It's like, all right, girl. Like, all right, you don't.
Come on, you can't do that, Gav.
I didn't.
Yeah, okay.
So that's why I was exhausted. JK came back there. He was like, sorry, bro. Because he can hear it.
Yeah.
And it gets tiring. It's like, I can't, whatever, man. Sports section. Mimi told me when I saw her at the Valentine's Day event, she said, I love that y'all shout me out at this point, and I'm forced to keep listening. So shout out to Mimi. NBA All-Star Weekend. Is it officially done?
Yeah, I paid attention to zero things this All-Star weekend.
Did you at least see the dunk contest highlights?
If we want to call them highlights,
They were facts.
if we want at least the low lights.
Is this the worst dunk contest?
And they need to get rid of it.
It's done.
Period,
I think it's
period,
done.
point blank. Now, I did see the women's 1-on-1 challenge. I saw clips from that. They need to bring that over.
They need to bring that over.
They need to bring that. Get rid of the dunk contest.
Yes.
Bring over 1v1.
The fact that they was mad and they was walking off.
Yeah.
First of all, these girls can hoop.
Yeah. Oh, we've always known the girls can hoop. They just don't need NBA salaries.
And they never gonna get it.
Yeah, they can hoop.
They can definitely hoop. That was good. I saw the dunk. So this what happened. I'm at the freak show at Peace Pipe. So it's on. And so I'm explaining to my sister-in-law, this is the dumbest dunk contest I've ever seen. Yeah. When Homeboy came out dancing, I said, all right, I already know what time it is. And the fact
had to be a Heat player. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, I felt bad for y'all there.
Oh, jeez.
Look, and that happens. And then it was like, all right, I seen the dunks, then I saw the highlights, and I was like, it's done. We can get rid of it.
Get rid of it, man.
The fact that Matt McClung posted the dunks he would have did if he was in the dunk contest.
And no one cares about Matt McClung because you can't stay in the league.
Yeah, well, he can't. But this is what I would do. And it sucks. You kind of got to keep having it.
No.
The reason why I say it, because, we like knowing that Michael Jordan was a dunk contest champion, and Dominique and Vince.
Just leave it. It's nostalgia, man.
If you want to keep it, just go get the dunkers. But they not NBA players.
They're not. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're gonna do that, if you just want to grab dunkers and make them NBA adjacent and have them do dunk contests or halftime shows in NBA games, cool. Now that would be smart, right? Get the best dunkers in the world, have a dunk contest. They're not NBA players. Yeah. They're just the best dunkers in the world, and then you just rotate them around arenas during the NBA season. Yeah, right.
That's be genius.
Yeah, do that. Okay, yeah. I agree. But this idea of NBA players doing a dunk contest is dead. It's dead. It's dead.
Because they don't care.
It's dead.
And I like somebody saying, who was it on TV? They was like, when Matt McClung came in, he messed it up. They said it was officially over. Now, it was trash before that. So I don't like when NBA players do that, act like y'all didn't mess it up. But they said that was the NBA's way of saying
up until Aaron Gordon. I think after Aaron Gordon, that was like the last time where a decent NBA player took the dunk contest seriously.
Yeah, Aaron Gordon. But see, here's the
other
thing.
And how long ago was that? Well, that's like a decade ago?
Nah, it wasn't that long. Because Matt McClung won the last two. Yeah. We probably had 2 years, so maybe 5 years ago. But this is what they messed up at. Hey, if you win one of these things, you have to participate next year.
True.
You have to.
Yeah.
After your third year or fourth year, then we cool with it. Because what should have happened is Zach LaVine should have came back the next year. You beat Aaron Gordon. First of all, you should have gave it to Aaron Gordon. Yeah. Even though I rooted for Zach LaVine, I think he actually won. But Aaron Gordon was so good. Yeah. You do that, and then what happened is now we have a rematch. Yeah. Zach LaVine one year, Aaron Gordon won 1 year. Now we got a rematch because it was too close. We went to overtime. Yeah. The NBA, you have to look at these guys and say, we are forcing you, unless one of y'all injured. You got to do this. And then what happened is because now people don't have to, because as soon as that was done, Zach LaVine was like, I'm not doing this again. Aaron Gordon said, I'm not coming back.
And not only that, though, the NBA needs to work on developing stars, right?
Okay.
Because Zach LaVine was supposed to be the next big thing, right?
Yeah.
He worked hard. He had, tall guard. I think he was in Chicago at the time.
Yeah.
Like, the NBA has to go to Zach LaVine and be like, hey, we're about to put you in media training, and we need you to take basketball serious because we're going to make you one of the faces of the league.
Yeah, they were supposed to. This is how I fix All-Star Weekend. I'm canceling the whole thing. All right?
just turn it into a party in Vegas.
Thank you. And honestly, this is what I would do. I'm not going to cancel the whole thing. I'm playing with y'all. This is what I'm going to do. Yeah. I'm keeping the 3-point contest.
Yes.
I'm doing 1-on-1.
Yes.
And I'm doing the celebrity game all in one night.
Yep. And I will say this. When they had Steph shooting the 4 shots and hit the last one, I would do a trick shot.
Okay.
Portion, right?
Yeah.
Where half court, full court, you know, from the stands.
Yeah,
I think that would be interesting. You know what I'm saying? And not like some like, yo, just let me see Joker, Luka, Steph. You know, who else would probably do great trick shots?
Who knows? One of these random players.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like, let me see that. I want to see you shoot it from, you know,
the rafters. The 200s.
Let me see. Let me see how you're going to do it.
I want to see that. So I want all three of those in one night.
Yes.
We don't. First of all, NBA All-Star Weekend is too expensive. We saw that when that shit came to Charlotte. We was like, oh, hell nah.
Yeah, we can't hang out.
We can't. So we need it. It's going to be 2 days. And it's always in Vegas. We're not moving no more cities.
No more. It's in Vegas.
It's in Vegas every time. And here's the thing. I don't know what y'all thought. I turned on NBA All-Star, the game on Sunday. I turned it on at 7:30, was off. How the hell does that happen?
Yeah.
What are you doing? I understand it's in Cali. I understand. So that means that they did that shit at noon and was like, all right, we're going to let y'all party for the rest of the night. No, we're doing it in Vegas. And that's how it's going to go. But it's only 2 nights. Let the players come in Friday. They do a little media training. And then I don't know what Nick Wright got in his head.
I kind of like the idea.
Black versus white?
Not
segregation is
not so much black versus white, but this is what I would do.
Okay.
This is what I would do. The black versus white would be lit though. Because it'll make us watch. Right? Because we would watch. Like, let's be honest. We would 100% watch.
We would watch.
Everybody.
What the blacks gonna do when they lose? Because they was gonna lose this year.
You gotta do for pride, bro. You got to go for pride. You can't lose, man. You got to do it. That's why I'm saying everybody gonna watch, right? That shit will be UNLV versus Duke. That's what it is.
Yeah,
it is. That's what it's gonna be. So Nick Wright's not way off, but this is what I would do though to make it a little less crazy. I would break the teams out. I would do a U.S. team.
Okay,
right. Yeah, and if you want to do U.S. white versus U.S. black, cool, right? Or you could just do it by U.S. teams, blue blood schools, U.S. team, everybody else, right?
Okay.
So you got 2 U.S. teams, right? So you got blue bloods, the Kentucky's, the North Carolina players from that school versus follow me out though, right? Schools that have Dame Lillard, Steph Curry, right? I'd have those 2 teams, right?
Okay.
But just U.S. players. Then I would do an America's team, right? So all the Canadians and all of the Puerto Ricans, Mexicans.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of those guys, Brazilian guys that are in the league that play, right?
Okay.
So I'd have an America's team. I'd have 2 teams in the U.S., right? Blue blood schools.
This is already too much.
Regular schools, America's team, and then I'd have a world team, like the European team. And I would do a tournament where everybody plays everybody, and then have the winners. Like after you play everybody, most points, best record. That's the All-Star game. The two championship teams.
I got you.
And then the guys who lose are backups, right? But make it so the 2 winning teams, they're on the floor 30 minutes, right? And then the backups would be the guys from other teams, and like, yo, you max them out. Like I would do that because I would like to see. I think guys can take pride. Like, yo, no, I played at Kentucky. And then another mug's like, nah, I played at fucking LaSalle. I'm going to bust your ass.
Yeah, but they don't care. They making $50 million a year. They do not care about Kentucky.
That's the last thing. The 1v1 in the All-Star game, you gotta put money up for these guys.
Well, okay, here's the thing.
$1 million is not going to cut it for these guys, man.
Okay, here's my thing. It's not going to cut it. Can y'all stop lying to us and saying they're going to donate it? Just say they getting it.
It's going on a Ferrari.
Yeah,
it's going on a Ferrari. I'm not even gonna lie about this. I'm taking this $1 million that I won,
and I'm buying a Ferrari. Yeah, absolutely. Chris Paul has announced again that he's retired. Well, he's retired.
I don't think anybody cares, Chris.
I care, Chris. I care about you.
I mean, you're a North Carolina, kid, so we love you. But your reputation precedes you. State Farm commercials are great though.
They were great. Shout out to Cliff Paul. Shout out to Chris Paul. I can't wait to see your son is in the league. That's gonna be great. That'll be the next one
for sure.
Before we hop up out of here, Tyreek Hill got cut.
Boy, he has to be a headache, bro. He has to be a headache because for one, they still got a cap hit. I think of like $23 million.
Yeah.
So you're not saving that much money. You're not going to get a wide receiver on the scale of Tyreek Hill for the $12 million you're saving.
No.
Or $10 million that you're saving, if that. So he had to be a headache. And this is one of the things that I hate about athletes is, bro, you got way too many bills to not be pulling the income in.
Facts.
All right, you're 31. I think he will be 32 this year.
Yeah.
I hope this lights a fire up under your ass.
Because you only got how many more years left?
3-4 at the top.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, because your game is based around speed and explosion.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I hope. I mean, more than likely, Kansas City's gonna pick them back up, and they about to be a team I'm gonna hate again.
Yeah.
So like, more than likely, that's gonna happen. Hopefully, light a fire, but like, I hate it for the brother, man, because bro, you can't have 4 or 5 baby mamas paying out.
Well, he got more than 4 or 5, don't he?
I don't know. I'm kind of throwing it up right here, but I mean, you can't pay out $2 million a year in freaking child support
In Florida,
and you not making an income.
Yeah, I saw that, and I don't even care about football no more because I'm with you. I'm thinking about them kids.
Yeah,
it sucks, dude. My kid is expensive.
Yeah, bro. Like,
and you know what? He has. Let me tell you what Google said. Tyreek Hill has a complex personal life with multiple children. Google, y'all dirty for that. Don't do that. He got 1, 2, 3. Okay, hold on. Damn. Reports indicate he has kids with Kim, Brittany, and Camille, and Crystal and Kanita, and said there may be some more.
So was that 5?
That was 6.
6.
You know what's so funny? I'm listening to the interview about the Uncle Nearest dudes, and he said, you grow up wanting $100,000, then you make it, and then you start adjusting your lifestyle to that. Then you realize, oh, 100,000 ain't enough.
Yep.
And he said, he was telling everybody, he said, wait till you get to $1 million and you realize this not even enough money. Like, I need more. And I'm thinking, like, test me, Lord. Bring it on. But it's funny because
I am leaving America.
Yeah, so
I'm flying back, but I'm leaving America.
Mike flying back once a week for this pod and going.
Absolutely.
And I think about that.
Kid week.
Facts. And I'm thinking about, like, with Tyreek, right? Like, you get this money and it's not enough because then you start doing other things.
Yeah.
You start sleeping with so many people. You start getting women pregnant. You now have a kid and you forget that there is an end date for your football career.
No, you do. Because, I mean, that money been coming in, 3, 4, 5 years in a row.
Facts.
And it feels like it's going to be forever. And, I've never made that kind of money. But there was a time in my life where I made money and it did feel like forever. And when it stopped, it was just like, whoa. Where did that come from?
Yeah.
And then you panic trying to like start other businesses and do things, and then you lose there. And then next thing you know, you back at work.
Facts. Shout out to me. I'm still out here shucking and jiving with this thing. LeBron James had an interesting take on Israel.
So to be fair, they baited him. Well, they set him up. They didn't bait him.
They set him
but
up.
It's like, you don't have to ask this question to LeBron, right? They talk about Denny Adjiva, whoever, the Portland Trailblazers point guard, small forward.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know he was Israeli. But evidently he is.
Okay.
And they were just saying that they were like, hey, we want to put the All-Star game in Israel. Now, for anybody that don't know, Israel is about the size of New Jersey. So it's not small.
Yeah.
It looks small, but it's not really small. New Jersey is a pretty big state.
Yeah.
But this is not the time to be asking about a basketball game in Israel. Like, there's nothing about the problem that I have here, right? And y'all know I love LeBron James. Like, I am a LeBron James fan.
Okay.
And he really disappointed me here because you're in your 40s now.
Okay. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So you should know what you don't know. And this is the opportunity for him to say, with everything that's going on right now in the Middle East, like us thinking about a basketball game there.
That is the right answer.
Yeah. This is the last thing that we should be talking about right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You ain't threw nobody up under the bus, bro.
Yeah.
But the way that he answered that question, it was very, I'm not going to say anything about those who will not be named.
Yeah.
And I get that. That's fair, right?
Yeah.
But you have to be more, you know better.
Well, the last time he said something about them, he was repeating a song lyrics and they tore his ass up.
This is true. So evidently he learned his lesson. But it's like, that's the right thing to say. This is not the time. With everything that's going on in that region right now.
Yeah.
Thinking about a basketball game right there, it's not the right time.
LeBron James, please come hire Mike, because that was great. Because I heard what you said, and I couldn't think of nothing else you could have said, because I'm just like, LeBron James had been media trained since he was 17.
Maybe even early, maybe 14, maybe since he was a freshman in high school.
Yeah, I'm thinking, I'm just shooting him some bail and saying maybe at 16 for sure.
Yeah.
You had somebody there, and he's great.
Yeah.
He lies perfectly.
Oh gosh, yes.
He says the right things.
Bro, do you remember the video where he's dancing and the girl tried to holler at him and he's like,
oh yeah.
Go talk to him.
Look, that part, my favorite is him reading books.
Yeah.
Like, I love LeBron James for that.
Yeah.
And hey man, I like what you're doing with Bronny, man. They tried to kill Bronny for him and his girlfriend. They was dressed up.
Yeah.
And
hey, Bronny hit that face though. That was funny. Bronny's a funny guy. That's a funny family.
Bronny's hilarious.
That is a funny family. And I hope Bryce is over there watching Gilbert Arenas' son, because he plays for Arizona too. He's on the bench. Gilbert Arenas' son is going slam off.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see this next generation.
And Kyron, I do hope. I was watching the Duke Syracuse game. Yeah, they got. You knew they were gonna get smacked. But Kyron at the end of that game was upset that they didn't pass him the ball. And that type of behavior makes me think that, like, oh, you're gonna transfer. Kyron, you at Syracuse work. You know what I'm saying? You might not be your father, bro. Your father was a basketball wonder, right? You know.
Facts.
So, yeah, he was one and done, came into the league, dropping 18, 19 a game. Should have been rookie of the year, over my boy LeBron James. But we know he couldn't get it because they had to sell the legend of LeBron, so they had to go to LeBron. So sometimes I think you look at your kids and you be like, and I love this about Melo. I think Melo, he looks at his son and be like, you know what? You're not me. So just be you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think Melo's helping him with that. I hope Kyron, he's young. I get it. You already rich. You know what I'm saying? You get NIL. Then you even got to get money from your parents no more.
Yeah.
If you're a star player. So I hope he takes the time to actually develop into a player, because the kid can play.
Bronny might be the only person who making less money now that he in the league.
Probably. Yeah.
Bronny, you should go back to school.
I mean, the NCAA will let you back now.
Yeah.
They, you know what? I love that they don't have. Everybody's upset with college athletics now, and now we're just rambling. We'll be out of here in a sec.
Yeah.
I love it.
Me too.
There's no amateur sports no more. If you're thinking amateur sports, that does not exist. These are all junior leagues now.
Yeah, it is.
They're junior leagues.
And I'm just glad that we're just doing it all in the open.
Exactly.
It's Amsterdam from The Wire. I'm back watching The Wire. I'm on episode 2,
Amsterdam.
season 2. What you got planned this weekend?
Well, we are good to go. So, Black Man Strategies is up and running. If you are a member of the top tier Patreon, I just need you to forward your resume to Mike at Black Man Strategies.
Okay.
When you forward it over to me there, I'll forward you a link so we can set up a time so we can actually call and review your resume. And basically, if you subscribe to the top Patreon tier, the service that I'm going to offer, you're basically going to get that service at no charge for being a top tier Patreon member.
There you go.
So Discord also will be coming. Website should be finished. I'm trying to figure out if I'm doing the website or if I'm doing everything on Acuity. But yeah, if you are subscribed to the top tier on Patreon, I will do the resume review for you. So we'll set up a time. We'll get on the Google Meets and we'll go through it. We'll have a conversation about you, have a conversation about your life, how you feel, how you do, where you want to go, and we'll go from there.
I was talking to a young lady. two girls I shot last week are graduating high school, and I was asking them both what they want to do. And I said, you know what they don't do in public school? Public universities, at least when I was in school, they never sat down and said, these are the jobs, these are the degrees that make money.
Yeah.
That make money for real. Like, hey, this is what you could make, right?
Yeah.
And they don't never say, hey, you need to figure out what job you want here, and this is the path. It's up to you, of course. And you put a lot of stock in 18-year-olds. I know a lot of people listening is like, oh, it's up to you. Yes, but let me tell you something. They're not learning nothing in middle school. They're not learning nothing in high school. They don't even go to school in high school.
Yeah.
And so when you do get to college, you're just spending 15 to 40 grand a year.
You don't know what you want to be.
You don't know what you want to do. And so
Yeah.
I was asking these young ladies this. And so I say that to say now we have people that are in their 30s and they still haven't figured out what is the end goal. What is your end job in your field of career that you want to do?
Dude,
And
my
it's tough.
first disc assessment, I was already working at a company. I was in sales. And then like when they gave you like all the jobs that you would want to do, sales fell in that. But mostly everything that I needed to do was not sales, right?
Yeah.
I'm already in my career.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? By the time I get my first disc assessment. And one of the biggest like pushing reasons. So earlier you had said something that I meant to talk about it then. You was like, podcast, like this is what you want to do, right? Like this is your passion. And like for me, black men and elevation of black men and black masculinity, like that's my passion, right? Like I will always be there. So, but at 20, 30, I don't know if I get there, right? But I could have been in that vicinity, right? If someone sits me down and say, hey, take this assessment. You know, these are the type of careers that will work for you. No one does that for us. And that's one of the things I won't do it for the resume review. It's more of a resume review and kind of get a feel for you. Yeah. But in the actual assessment, like, we do a freaking DISC assessment to figure out if you want to change careers, because that's something that I did for myself and it was the best thing for me, right? Yeah. Moving from corporate sales over to talent acquisition, this is what I do. Like, I read people. I get to make people, happy when I'm offering them a job or even calling them for a job, right? Like, that's always, like, when I was a salesman, you call people sometimes, bro, they be calling you, telling you they need something, and you call them and these motherfuckers have attitude. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? And in sales, you got to navigate that because you like, all right, I got to get to the sale, right? Yeah. Like, I don't have that problem when I'm calling somebody for a job, man. And like, a motherfucker hang. I call, like, people hang up on you because they don't know, they forget they've applied, right? Yeah. I'm not even offended by it because I get it, right? Yeah. You think I'm calling to sell you something, and then I just shoot a text and I'm like, yo, you still looking for work? Yeah. And then they call back so fast. Yeah. My bad. I'm so sorry. I thought you was. It's like, yo, don't even worry about it, man. Absolutely.
But yeah, Mike is going to send me the email so I can put it in the comments for you or on the Patreon.
Mike at Black Man Strategies. I'll send it to you. Like I said, once you forward me your resume, I'll send you out a link because I haven't finished the Acuity page yet. But I'll send you out a link, and then you can just go in, grab a time. It'll show up on both our calendars, and then we'll sit down, chop it up for about 30 minutes, go through your resume. I'll actually show you how to do your own resume. Like, I don't ever want to write resumes. That's just so labor intensive. Yeah. But I will show you actually how to do it every time you want to change it. And I can do that for you in 30 minutes.
There you go. Look, this weekend, y'all see me at a casino night at my son's future school. Shout out to us. We got all that figured out. I'm going to tell Mike about it as soon as we get off air. But look, man, I want to thank y'all for listening. Happy Black History Month. Go sign up on Patreon. Look, you get your resume looked at and you get free merch in the first month.
Like, I mean
my goodness.
Yeah.
Jeez, man.
It is a deal.
It is a deal. So please sign up for that. If you see me out this weekend, just come shake my hand. I'll take a picture with you. And shout out for me having my sister-in-law with me this week, because I told her, I said, hey, she acted way different than my wife. I said, hey, this nigga walk in here, it's up. She said, she was like, well, my hair already up. We good.
Like, let's go.
Yeah, and I was like, all right, let me get your ass up out of here. You ready to catch a charge. Hey, look, man, with that, we're going to holler at y'all next time.
Keep